Good morning and welcome to week 2. I don't always do a video recording for each week, but because I've gotten a few questions regarding the literature review, and like I said, this class goes by so quickly, I wanted to give a little bit more information about the literature review. If after this you still have questions, please feel free to email those to me. And if needed, again, we can set up a phone conference or set up a in person-to-person meeting. But first, what you will be working on this week is the library module, and that is supposed to help you brainstorm some ideas for your topic. I also want to make sure it's clear, the research logs that you're doing are in preparation for your literature review. So it's not two different things. The research that you're doing is so that you can write your final paper. So what you're doing this week is selecting your topic. So, and then for the rest of the semester, or for the rest of the course, for the next few weeks, you'll be researching that topic so that you can write a final literature review. A literature review is slightly different from a research paper. It's not just researching 3 articles and saying this is what it says about each of them. It requires a little bit of an analysis, which is where your critical thinking skills come in. So what you're going to be doing is selecting a topic and then choosing 3 peer-reviewed journal articles that address that topic, and then you'll summarize those articles. But then the next step is to analyze the article. What was a strength? What were the strengths of the articles? What were the weaknesses of the articles? What were some limitations? Maybe the research that was done was incomplete or really only looked at one group of people, not how it might impact another group of people. So you'll get to do your own analysis of each of the articles. And then the last step of a literature review is to develop some ideas for future research or recommendations. What do you think should be done about this topic going forward? What more do we need to know about this topic? And this is an important skill to be able to write a literature review. If you go on for your master's or your doctorate, you're going to have to do your own research. And the very first step of doing research is finding out what research has already been done on your topic. So that's why this is such an important skill. You'll need this in any additional education that you ever do. You'll research the topic, and then that addresses any gaps or limitations or ideas for future research. And then that's where your own unique research gets to come in to help us know more about that topic. So that's a little bit of background about the literature review. What you're doing this week and next week is to help you get ready for your final paper. So all these assignments are connected. So you'll do your library module. That's to help you get ideas for your topic. I've put several ideas. These are popular topics that people have done in the past. The topic really just needs to be related to class content in some way, which the major topics in the class are leadership. So anything that has to do with leadership or management, anything that has to do with communication, and anything that has to do with conflict in the workplace. So here are some examples. Bowling has been a really popular topic because it's a really big problem in nursing in particular. Women in leadership or women in healthcare leadership. We're going to talk a lot about gender in this class in week 3. So that can be a topic. Men in nursing. It can also be a topic. That's again goes to that gender, the dynamic of men entering into nursing and still being a minority in nursing, different leadership styles, and then conflict management and different styles of conflict management. These are just some ideas. You could, like I said, you can do any topic that relates in some way back to the class. And if you're not sure if it does, just send me an email and I can let you know if it's a good fit. So that's what you should be working on this week. The other thing that I want this week is that you're going to be doing an interview. And the reason this is important is because you are going to be getting 3 articles from the literature, 3 journal articles. But I also want you to interview somebody about your topic that has some real life experience as well. And then you get to incorporate that into your literature review. Sometimes the interview ends up not being that fruitful and you don't get a lot of information. So it's not required that you discuss the interview in your final literature review if it doesn't fit. But a lot of people find that it really helps add to what they learn from the literature. So but everybody's required to do an interview. So the first thing is you need to figure out who you want to interview. It can really be any person, but I ask that it not be an immediate family member. That would be like your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, a significant other, a spouse. But it can be a coworker is really great. A supervisor is ideal. If you have a good relationship with a supervisor, that is great because they're already in a leadership position, and their view, perspective on things can be really powerful. But it can also just be somebody, a friend or a mentor that's in a leadership role within healthcare. It does need to be somebody in healthcare, working in healthcare. That's really the only requirement, is that it's somebody that works in a healthcare organization. Um, it can be a clinical instructor or a professor that you've had here at the college as well, or somebody from a previous institution that you've attended. So those are the two things that I need from you this week, is what your topic is and who you're going to interview. And that all comes to me on the research log number 1. You can find the Microsoft Word template for filling out literature log number 1 on my Methodist under week 2 handouts. So just open up that document, type in your topic, and type in who you're going to interview, and that's what you need to submit. And then you submit that on my Methodist under week 2. You'll just upload that Word document, and then you also, once you finish the module, the library module, that will automatically kick it to me in my email. So I'm receiving those. I've seen several people have done those already. So that those are the 2 steps that you need to be doing this week. Then after this week, it's really time to start your research. And I just realized I had a typo there. I apologize on the slide. But you now are going to be, once you know what your topic is, you need to go find at least 3 journal articles related to your topic. And so using the library databases is the best way to do it, and even reaching out to the librarians, they're more than happy to help you. If you start doing your research and you realize, oh, this isn't going well, I'm not finding what I'm looking for, this isn't really as interesting as I thought it would be, it is okay to change your topic. You don't even really need to let me know that. But if you do change your topic, change it early. Once we get into week 3, it's really moving quickly. And so I want you to really nail down your topic here soon. So start that research and make sure that you're able to find articles that you think would be a good fit. Like I said, if you still have questions, please send me an email. There is a document on my Methodist called Literature Review Information and Rubric that's under week 2 handouts as well. And that gives you the rubric, how I'll be grading this assignment, and also some additional information about it. It is a 4 to 5 page paper that doesn't include title page and references. It does need to be in APA format. And so I'll be giving out a little bit more information about that in week 3 and week 4. But if you have questions in the meantime, please shoot me an email. I hope things are going well, and we'll talk to you soon.